Welcome to a little tomfoolery, Rob Little and Tommy Ryman. A podcast filled with laughs and gaffs, guffaws and haws, and maybe a picture of a dog. A little tomfoolery, a little tomfoolery, a little tomfoolery. A little tomfoolery, a little tomfoolery, a little tomfoolery. Fools!
Ooh, look at that. Hey, good morning, good day, and good evening. Welcome to A Little Tomfoolery with your host, Rob Little. And as always, I'm bringing on my best buddy and the best co-host I could ever ask for, Tommy Ryman.
Hello. Oh, good to be here, Rob. Good to see you.
Hey,
wow.
What do you think of that background, huh?
Look at your green screen background. That looks just like an ocean. That's cool. You must have upgraded your Zoom account because that is you got like Tommy Bartlett's jet ski water ski show behind you going on. This is amazing.
I know. I just was like, okay,
they're
I
all
queued them.
cruising.
Go ahead, guys, and go. All right, good.
And
perfect.
Please send the 20 jet skis for Waterworld.
Oh my
go.
God! Look at that. It's like it's like a parade all of a sudden.
For those of you not watching the podcast, which you should, Rob is on a ship with a beautiful ocean behind him, and about 45 jet skis have gone by.
Literally,
him.
when we started, there was nothing, and now all of a sudden,
they think they're spelling out the word Rob Little rocks. I can't tell what he paid.
Don't bomb tonight.
Yeah, just words of encouragement around the cruise ship.
Oh my God, dude. I lucked out. Go ahead.
Should we tell the audience what happened, or do we just?
Yeah, of course we should tell. You want me to explain it?
You can let them know what happened.
Okay, so we are doing this podcast. This is number 20. I think it's 28 for us or something like that. And I mean, by that many, you should know, hey, this is how it runs, right? Well, yesterday we actually shot an hour-long podcast, thought we hit record, and when I went to stop the recording, it said recording in progress. And I'm like, what do you mean recording? It should have been in progress the whole damn time, but it wasn't. And I must have hit react. I don't know. We both heard it though. We heard it.
I swear we did, or because I think I was like, I'm allowing you to record because I have to hit the button that allows you to record from this account. So I don't know what happened, but we lost that podcast. So it was a dress rehearsal. So this is the big show. This is the one we know it's recording. Rob put some extra money in. He hired the jet skiers, so it's going to be a better podcast.
Yeah,
than what would have been.
And I'm getting sunburned at the same time.
We're gonna watch
one leg and one arm. Yeah, we were gonna get off today. Me and the by the way, I'm on a if you haven't been listening to the last 3 crew podcasts, I am on the Norwegian Breakaway, and we are parked in Bermuda today. We're not in the triangle, we're on the island, which looks like a hook. If you didn't know that, it looks just like a fishing hook, which is kind of cool. And they do tons of fishing here. And we have yet to hook up with any fishing guides, but maybe next week. I got one more left, but yeah. So I got the perfect spot again. There's no music because everywhere else on the ship, there's overhead music playing. So this is the only spot, and it's like perfect. So yeah, that was a little bummer. Very man. Cool. I feel like we had struck some magic on a few of the things yesterday. So we're going to try to recreate it today, but I feel like we'll be better today. We're going to be better.
Yeah, no, that was the dress rehearsal. This is the show. So we're going to be focused. But what did you, what's new with you? You went on an excursion yesterday.
We did. So me and the magician, his name's Rob Rasner, and he's a cool dude. And we did an excursion. Now we found out, first of all, the excursion was to go to Crystal Caves, which was amazing, and then to the Bermuda Aquarium. And we found out later, by the way, this excursion wasn't super pricey, but it wasn't cheap either. We found out that the aquarium was free because the aquarium was supposed to be also have a museum and a zoo attached to it. Well, the zoo was closed because of COVID, because the animals were getting it too, I guess. Which I haven't seen one doctor put a Q-tip up a rhino's nose yet to check if it had COVID. But
well, I think they do saliva tests. They don't do the nose test. So all the animals just spit in the cup for a while, and then
they do.
Let them
just
know.
like, here you go, put some spit in this cup.
Negative. All right.
I think the more terrifying the animal, the more they won't put a Q-tip up its nose. Because I mean, I've wanted to attack a few times on these tests. Each week, by the way, I have to do 6 COVID tests. Like we do a regular one and a what's the antigens, and then
antibodies.
Yeah. So we do. So that's 2, and then when we get back to the port, we have to do it for Bermuda because we're going towards Bermuda, and they do it twice. They do the nose, both sides twice. What a pain in the butt, man. But man, I don't know math anymore. They've gone so far up in my nose.
Going up there, you're losing memories, and oh boy.
Yeah. So it's really good to be with you, Brian. Tommy.
Tom, it's Tommy. I'm your co-host. Oh no.
So we do the cave. The cave is amazing, but you literally could be done in like 10 to 15 minutes. It's not super long. You go down, and you go down pretty deep. And so coming back, it's, there's people huffing and puffing on this baby, and I was one of them. But the pictures are amazing. I posted a bunch yesterday, and I'll put a few in here too if anybody watches this. And then we went to the aquarium, and dude, I'm telling you, I owned a 120-gallon aquarium when I lived in LA. This looked like about maybe 10 dudes got together and goes, "Hey, bring your aquarium over.
we're
gonna charge
big
people."
Aquarium.
Yeah.
Wow.
But there was like 2 big aquariums in it too. But most of the aquariums had nothing in it. And they were like, people are gonna want to know about the sand here, so let's just put some in.
Seeing that, did it make you sad that you could have opened your aquarium to the public? Like, you're like, I had a 20-gallon tank. Why wasn't I charging people to come look at my fish in my apartment in LA?
Yeah, and I kept it cleaner than they did, so this was it was a little bummed. It bummed me out a little bit, but they did have giant sea turtles too, which were pretty cool. And some of this, cool. Yeah, and they were like rehabilitating some because some were like missing flippers and stuff. So yeah, those ones were easy to find though, because they were just kind of spinning in circles and stuff. Stupid, awesome. Ravi, stupid. So then we got back and we found out that the whole thing would have been like $25 if we just did it on our own.
That's great. So the ship adds extra to pre-book it for you.
I'm gonna say that they didn't mean to do that, and that they didn't know that the aquarium was gonna be free. So we're gonna go down and talk to them about that and see if we can get that taken care of. But
I'm sure the good people will figure it out for you.
Good people. And then I had a show last night in the main theater. We don't normally do the main theater on this ship because there's so many other shows, but some entertainers in one of the dance shows hurt their ankle. So
oh no.
So they shut down the whole show. But I go, well, what if we hurt our ankle? And they go, we'll put you in a wheelchair and we'll roll you out there.
Like, you'll just spin around like the turtles. You'll just hobble around in a circle. You'll just be like, what's Rob doing? Like, well, he's being rehabilitated. He's in the comedy fish tank.
But that's the one thing. Do you notice that with our with what we do, it doesn't matter how bad we're hurt or if we're sick. Like, I don't know if I've ever missed a show being sick in 23 years. I've just gone up and done the show with like horrible headaches and everything. Have you ever missed one?
Rare. I had some nerve issues, so I did have to cancel one show because I literally like couldn't sit down. That makes sense. I've talked to you about that a while ago, but normally like if I had something or sore arm or something, you just go up. But what's crazy is a lot of times if I'm not feel obviously during COVID times, you don't want to be like, yeah, I'm not feeling well, I'm gonna get up. But like in the past, once I'm on stage, it like snaps and
It
I
kind of
don't, you
disappears
don't
for a
even
minute.
think about what's going on or you're kind of in the moment. I don't know if it's the adrenaline, but
It's so true.
I like if my stomach hurts or something, it's all goes away once I hit the stage.
Yeah.
But I have heard about guys that have had to like go to the bathroom or rush off stage because of poor planning and stuff like that sometimes.
Right.
So it doesn't
Yeah.
delete
Well,
everything, I guess.
as a matter of fact, that happened to me one time. I was in Canada at the Edmonton Club, and we were I got up there, and I always heard this like trick. If you're up on stage and you need to, go to the bathroom, oh man, here comes the jet skis again.
Here they come, the jet skis.
But if you ever need to go to the bathroom, you call to the MC or the feature actor and go, hey, can you come up and do that bit that I love? Just for a few minutes. I just wanted, it just made me think of something. And so I did that, right? Well, the feature act was not getting it. And he's like, what are you talking about? Finally, I just goes, dude, I got a crap, man. Like I was literally about to do it. And the whole crowd started dying laughing. And then he comes up, and I'm in the toilet. The only option was in the comedy club. So I can hear everything. And when I finally get done, I come out, and the feature act, like, he just keeps going. Like he's all of a sudden just said, well, I guess it's my show now. And I'm like, all right, I'm good. Bring me back. But I've had like super bad migraines. I've still gone on stage, and those lights are in your eyes and stuff. But these dancers on these ships they're so dainty. They gotta be,
Well, I mean, if they hurt their leg, that's a big part of dancing. But again, they have two legs, so unless they're both hurt, I don't know why they're not out there bouncing around.
Have you ever lost your voice and had to go on stage?
No, I don't think I have. I
have.
don't remember that.
I was like this. I'm telling my jokes like this,
Oh no.
Yeah, it was horrible.
Probably different.
So I don't know if I finished that story or not, but that's kind of what so yeah, I had there's a big GLBTQ group on this cruise.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
And in my front row, so I'm flirting with all the dudes. I'm being fun with them. They're super fun dudes. Well, there was a big group of lesbians in the front row last night, and
oh, nice.
I don't remember what bit I was doing, but one of them started raising her hand, and she started raising her hand for everything. So then I was like, wow, apparently I'm a lesbian. I'm the same thing and all this stuff. And then later on in the show, somebody goes, there was a lady that I was talking about eye patches, and she said she had to wear one. I'm like, what happened? She said, oh, this trailer hit me in the face. And I was like, a trailer?
Oh, no.
I goes, what the hell? How does a trailer hit you in the face? She goes, well, I'm a trucker. And then I look down at the lesbians, and I go, well, I got some friends that you might want to meet down here. It was awesome. They were so fun, and they can't wait to come back tonight. But I just, I don't know why I brought that up, because it just ended up being a super fun night with all of them. I ended up partying with them all last night. But so that was my week.
The big theater.
Yeah.
Nice. That's awesome.
Yeah, man. So it ended up being a really fun week so far, and we're not done yet. But so what would you do last week? You went off to like a new club, right? Or a new theater?
I was at a theater, Performance Arts Center in New London, Minnesota, which was super fun. My buddy Jeff Foser and I drove out there, and we got to go to a disc golf course that we've never been to. This big 18-hole disc golf course in Wilmer, Minnesota. And we timed it perfectly, so it was raining right when we got there, because that's what you want to do. You don't want to look at the weather. You just want to get out there.
Okay.
And so
now, does that make it harder for disc golf?
A little bit. It wasn't like downpouring, so it was just kind of drizzly, and then it would stop, and then it would start. But then the ground's wet. It's just kind of messy. And also, normally when people go do athletic stuff and they have a show, they might bring two separate outfits. Might be a good idea. Like that's what my friend Jeff. He started changing, I was like, oh, what, you got like shorts on and tennis? He's like, yeah, we're gonna play 18 holes.
Did you not know?
No, I mean, I knew we were, but I just didn't. Disc golf to me doesn't seem like you're going to get messy, but since it had rained, so then I just had like dress shoes on and my show pants. I did take my cardigan off. I was like, let's get serious about this. So I just walked around shirtless.
that I love that you are basically saying disc golf is not an actual sport where you can actually get tired or sweaty or muddy or any of this. So now we got the disc golf group all upset with us.
I didn't say that. I was just saying that typically, because the 9-hole course by my house, but whatever. And so I got super muddy. Yeah. Okay. And then I made it to the show and everyone they're like, that guy looks so cool and athletic. Look how muddy he is. Obviously. But no, the crowd was awesome. They were great. This show had been postponed. Like I booked this for May of 2020. So I had been waiting to do this, and it's a beautiful performance arts center. We crushed it. I got to run my set for my special that I'm recording tomorrow. So
oh my God, it's really tomorrow. Good. You got to go.
Oh, yeah, I'm flying out tomorrow. You. I get to run it, the back end of it today, or yesterday, and then tonight I'm at University of Eau Claire. I'm going to run the full 20, and then do the rest of the hour. But we should be good to go. I got my hair cut. I don't know if you can see this. Yeah, I slept on it. It's not done, but it's nice and cleaned up.
I love when you got a big pompadour in the front like that.
Yep, I'm gonna poof it. It's gonna be fun. Awesome. But I'm nervous about for the special, you have to pick out 3 outfits. They want 3 wardrobe options. Okay. And I've been going to the stores, and I don't know if it's because of the pandemic, but everything seems picked over for new clothes. Like I found a cool jacket I like, but it's like, I don't know. I might have to bring back the wolf sweater or some classics for the comedy special taping.
You know what you would look amazing in, I think, is like those kind of like those lounge lizard jackets, like a Hugh Hefner type jacket. Do you know what I'm talking about? It's like kind of
like silk one.
No, not necessarily silk, but like it's like kind of very form fitting, and like it'd be all blue, but then the outline is like a darker blue with like it's more fancy.
Almost like a tuxedo type jacket.
Kinda, but more.
I think I know what you mean.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. You would see like somebody in Vegas walking like almost like not a hipster, but a very cool cat. Like, I don't know. Maybe
nice.
I think you would look cool in that, man.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm trying not to be too like showy with the outfit because I don't want that to be the only thing everybody looks at when you're watching the comedy special. True. It's hard to pick, but I wish they would tell us like the colors that are going to be in the background or some information because
are you going to bring all 3 outfits with you and then maybe change when you get, because I did that. I brought outfits with me and I changed once I got there.
Yeah, they said to bring 3 different options. Okay. So I'll probably bring more or combine, mix and match or run to a Macy's while I'm there.
You're skinny enough where you could pack a couple more outfits, even in a carry-on, I'm sure.
I want to change the outfit throughout the show and just keep unbuttoning and then like, he's got another jacket on. This guy's incredible.
In my opinion, you should just buy a white t-shirt and then put our Fool Nation on it with our website.
Like on with a crayon or something,
or markers, paint. Whatever you can come up with, and then have Megan draw our faces on it. And I mean, to me, that would show that you actually believe in this podcast.
Yeah, and then every time I do a punchline, be like, that reminds me of the time, you guys. This is so funny about when Rob Little and I were on doing an episode of A Little TomFoolery, one of the nation's favorite podcasts, the Fool Nation, taking over the world. Yeah, we're just. And just
all you got to do is say it once. All you got to do is say it once, in my opinion.
I think if I bring it up every 5 minutes, though, it would be even better because they cut those specials up into clips. So I want to make sure I'm hitting it each of those clips. So that's why it would be.
I would do it in the middle of jokes, too, so they can't really make it hard for them to edit it out.
Yeah, exactly.
So. Dude, that's going to be so fun, man. Is Megan going with you?
No, she's holding down the fort and taking care of the dogs.
Exactly.
Her and I are about to go on our big trip to California in 2 weeks here. So
why? What's going on there?
Well, I have a show in San Diego, And then that we were just going back to say what we were originally planning for our goodbye. Like we were going to do the last month we were living in LA. We had all the stuff planned.
Yeah.
But then the pandemic hit, so we fled. So now we're just flying back to do that. So we're going to like Disneyland. We're going back to our favorite Star Wars bar in Hollywood.
Cool.
And then I've got a couple shows, and then we might meet up with Richard from County Magic Club and stuff like that.
Did you email him?
I had texted him the other day, letting him know we were back. So I was hoping we could grab lunch or dinner with him and Chantel, I think, his wife.
Are they back open yet? Comedy Magic?
I have not. I don't think Comedy Magic Club is opened yet. I think Richard's booking something else, but I haven't looked. I haven't gotten any updates on that. So,
man.
Yeah. It's
cool. Well, sounds like we both had some fun weeks, and we got some fun things coming up, dude. That's amazing. So once your dry bar's done, and then how much longer before you shoot your new special?
Then about a month. I record my album Thanksgiving week at Acme.
Okay, so that means I should try to shoot mine like a month or two later. So we'll get all the excitement for yours, and then we'll get it ramped back up again. Because there's no reason I shouldn't be shooting at least a digital download album. Yeah,
exactly. And then getting it released.
Yeah.
So
maybe talk to some. That's where I might need some guidance from you on that, because I'm not good. I've never done that before, where I used a company to try to release it.
Yeah, well, I can get you contacts for different record labels and stuff, and then you can make the decision of.
Right.
But the guys I'm going through, these Ghost Runner records, are pretty cool. So
that's cool.
I'm excited. But
yeah. All right. I think you said you had a new segment for us.
We do. Well, we have a new Patreon member. I think we mentioned it last week with Jeni, but we couldn't figure out Jeni. Jerger is her last name, but she sent in some photos we have a dog of the week.
This is going
to be exciting. So this is her dog, Rhett. He's a pit bull. He's super, super cute. And so I'm going to share the screen here and cue the jet skis, because this is about to get super adorable. This is Rhett. This is when he was a tiny puppy. He weighed 4.5 pounds. Look at that. That's a cute dog. Looks vicious. That looks so dangerous.
It's funny when they say that about pit bulls, but man, I had a girlfriend in San Diego when I lived out there, and hers was, it literally, like, any dog come up to it, it didn't matter what size, that thing would roll over and be the sweetest dog. Look at that face.
Yeah, this is when it zoomed in his face. Again, this is, if you're listening, this is just an adorable dog we're looking at. And if you go to YouTube, you can watch it, and you'll see the actual pictures of the dog of the week. And then there's one last one. Let me share that final one we have here. And he's like just holding onto the arm, spooning her arm. So
that is cute. That's funny. I forgot about this one. She had wrote me and said that this dog would, like, every time it laid down, it had to hold her arm, which I think
that's so cute.
Oh, that's adorable.
Little dog hugs. So that's the dog of the week, and that's our new Patreon member. And if any of
Jeni.
you are interested, thank you, Jeni. And if anyone else, listeners, want to join the Patreon, it's pretty cool. We got a poster you can get at one level, and we're designing some Fool Nation T-shirts. Rob Lill did a fantastic job designing these shirts, so we're gonna try to figure out how to get those printed, and we might have different options for you to vote what you like the best, but they look pretty cool. They got our faces on them, and it says Fool Nation. So
if there's because I gave one with our, like, background in it, and then one without our background. Did you see those?
Yeah.
Okay. Which one did you like better?
I thought they were both cool. I like just the heads.
The heads with
for
just
print wise. I thought, but either way I like them both. So
yeah, I like them both too. I'm kind of, maybe we'll put them up and see what people think, what other people think.
Yeah,
I'll post them after this.
Nice.
Okay, cool.
And we do have a new segment. I came up with this because we are a little tomfoolery, the Fool Nation, I thought it would be interesting to look up some stories of people doing foolish things. And there's some people have done some foolish things. So I'm gonna share those with you here.
So foolish stories from the Fool Nation themselves. I love it. All right. Can we make comments on this, or what are we doing?
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
They're interesting stories, so let me know your thoughts on them.
Okay.
And if anybody's listening and they've done some foolish stuff, send it in to a little tomfoolery, and we'll tell your story. But these are pretty funny. Okay, this woman wrote it. She goes, "My shining moment was when I was like 4 years old. I put floaties on my feet and jumped into a pool, thinking I could walk on water." That is amazing.
That's
it probably didn't work out.
Female Jesus right there. That was amazing.
Yeah. She said it didn't work out though. She said she almost drowned, because I think you'd think it would work. It seems, you're like, just put these floaties on my feet. This is, but yeah, if you tip over, then it kind of keeps you down. It's the opposite effect.
Yeah. So, how do you swim back up with your feet holding you down?
Yeah.
I think it's the surface area. She needs bigger floaties.
Yeah, you got to either like stand on 2 surfboards or bigger floaties, or if you can get like those inflatable rafts that you can lay down on at the pool.
Oh, we did. I forgot about this. We did this growing up. We did something similar to it before school. We both grew up in cold weather, so in our ditches we would have ice like just forming strong enough, but it wasn't like you could still break it up enough. So we would like stand on the ice and try to move our feet back and forth and kind of go down the ditch. But
that's impressive.
Yeah, but I don't think there was a day I didn't go to school with soaked pant legs. And then they'd be all frosted over.
That's how you paid attention though, because you had mild hypothermia. They're like, "Oh, Robbie's really focused today." Like, "Yeah, please, I was playing the game. I lost again. I fell through the ditch water."
And if this happened today, we would still have to do a show. So
yeah, they'd be like, "Get up there."
That's a funny one. Are these from people you know, or are you just finding?
No, I found these articles of people doing kind of crazy things. So this one says, "I went skiing in Colorado with my family when I was like 11. My brother kept falling and taking forever, so I decided to go ahead without waiting on them. Took a wrong turn, went down a diamond slope, and ended up in a different town on the other side of the mountain." That's my favorite.
That's how the wrong side of the tracks came about right there.
Yeah. She's like, "This brother's annoying. Wait, where am I?" Like accidentally going down to diamond. That's not foolish. That's more scary.
That is scary. But it's I forgot about this too. That happened to me kind of when I was learning to ski. I went down the Bunny Hill. This was in Treetops in Michigan. Have you ever been there? It's real close to your cabin, actually.
Oh, at Elk Rapids?
It's like way up north in Michigan. Yeah. And so I went down the Bunny Hill and I thought, well, that was easy because you just go. It wasn't real hard. Have you ever skied before?
Yeah, but Bunny Hill's about as far as I got.
Okay, so that's what I thought. Bunny Hill, next, they must obviously make the next one just the next step up. And when I went over to it, it said it had 2 black diamonds. And I was like, ooh, that must be like beginner, right? That's what I thought. And and it was really easy sliding out to it. And then when I got there, it was literally a cliff, just straight down. And I'd seen those videos where guys, just do that. What is it? I don't know what it's called. Slalom? Is that what it's called?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. So I was like, I just got to jump up and go sideways. So I jumped up, went sideways. My skis went right out from under me. One shot off and took off down the hill to race me. No. And then I rolled for a good 50 yards. And I know it must have looked like just like an avalanche coming down that hill because it was like all breaking up. I was like one of the first ones down it that day. I don't think any other idiots would have went down it, is what it was.
So there's like the fresh powder.
Yeah.
When you got up and brushed the like blood and teeth bits off of were you like, normally I balance on big chunks of ice. I'm not used to these skis.
Yeah.
I'm a Michigan boy. I usually balance on ice. I can
Yeah.
also balance on floaties. So that's scary. I'm glad
Dude,
you're okay.
it was so scary. And then you know, I actually, one of the poles, I forgot to tell you this, one of the poles came up and like stabbed me in the chest. But it was, you
What?
know, it doesn't actually stab you, but I mean, if it was sharper, it would have stabbed me. So I was like,
Wow.
boom, boom, mother, and you're still rolling, you know.
So it just pushed into your, oh my,
Yeah.
that is, see, this is why I just stick to disc golf. It's the safest sport.
The crazy thing was I was dressed for my show too, which was
Yeah, exactly. You got, anytime you're going to do any athletic gear, you got to get real dressed up
right.
just because you could go to any party.
You
Could
never
happen.
know.
This
That
one's
was
a cute one.
That's funny. That was funny. Okay.
This next one, he goes, I move the hands on the clock forward so Sesame Street would start sooner. I think that's funny.
That's cute. It makes sense though when you're a kid.
Yeah, you're like, this is when my show starts. Well, it's not going to start for a while. Like, okay, I'll go change the clock. Now it should start.
You have the all-world clock, buddy. Everything's off of yours. Wow.
It's weird now though, because with Netflix and stuff, kids can just watch whatever they want whenever they want. Like there's no, remember you and I, we had to like Saturday morning cartoons, like you had to wait for your
back in our day
show.
we had to wait for Saturday,
and it would only be a certain amount of time, and then it turns into like, you know, soap operas later in the day. So
well,
kids
wouldn't it go to
now
like,
can just,
it was like Sesame Street, Electric Company, and then then like soap operas, or like some religious thing, you know.
it all. So but it's weird now, kids can just watch Paw Patrol for it, which is great. If I'm going to be a parent in the future, I'm excited that I can just, you know, my kid will have 24 hours of just streaming. I mean, he'll just be watching you and I's comedy specials. This is probably what I'll put in front of him.
That's the only access he gets. I hope you have a boy too, and it looks just like you. That'd be so damn adorable. I snorted on that one. Okay, there's more. Good.
This is the final one I'll do for this week. When I was 4, a skunk was on my porch. I thought it was a cat. I let it in the door, and the thing, I opened the door for it. The thing actually came in. Her mom freaked out, and then the skunk started spraying everywhere, including both of them. So that is pretty foolish to let a skunk in your door. But if you think it's a cat, let it in. I think that's great.
Dude,
but
why are all these stories reminding me of things that happened to us? One time we came home from something like a family function. I don't know what we were doing, but when we got home, it was kind of late. And so you couldn't see like in our back door, and whoever went in first turned on the back porch light. And as soon as they did, boom, there was an albino skunk sitting right by our back door, just like looking up at us. And he wasn't doing anything, didn't look threatened, didn't do anything. So my dad goes in the house, grabs his cologne, and starts throwing it on the, like, why wouldn't you just throw the bottle at the damn thing and like make it run off?
Make it go away.
He threw cologne on it. Yeah. So for years after that, we've always made fun about the sexy smelling albino skunk in the woods.
Like, this guy's really stepped up his game.
Yeah,
that's funny.
Now it shows up. We got to give him like gold chains and like leather
jacket.
Yeah. We both went.
No, the albino skunks, they actually, when they spray cologne. So he was like, "Oh, that's just my normal smell that I have," because it's the other ones are stinky, but the albino ones, for some reason, it switches, and they have really good smelling stuff.
They have more of a chest gland than an anal gland.
Yeah.
Is that what?
Yeah.
Wow, dude, this was a fun. This is a given now. We have to have these now.
But yeah, if you have anything you did, let us know. But the one thing I think I told you this story once, but the most foolish thing I ever did, I used to have model rockets when I was a kid, and they'd come with these little rocket engines, which were basically filled with like gunpowder. They'd come in little different sizes depending on the size of your rocket. So I had a big box of like 20 or 30 of them. And my friends were like, "Hey, we should smash those up and make, the ultimate engine," is what they thought. So, and that seems like a great idea. Yeah. And so we were hammering all these rocket engines and getting all the insides out. And then there was like a dust on my friend his parents' driveway. He's like, oh, there's still a bunch of like things here. And he thought it would be the best way to get rid of that would just be to light it on fire. So he lit, and his whole driveway was like it just went up, and then he lost most of the peach fuzz on his face. And we were like, well, that was awesome. And so we had all the stuff we had smashed up, we put into a giant 2-liter soda bottle, like empty 2-liter. And we brought it into the woods, and essentially, I think we made a bomb. I think that's what that would be if it was so. And
Instead of an atom bomb, it's a Tommy bomb.
Yeah, it was so. Yeah, it was my 2 best friends that were at my wedding, Jack and Drew. Yeah, my buddy Jamie, a bunch of other neighborhood kids. And so we brought it in the middle of the woods, lit it, and it just made like those like I can't believe nobody got hurt. And then like the biggest mushroom cloud just floated up out of the woods. Like we were just like, okay, now it's time to leave. So that was the most foolish thing and probably dangerous thing I've done.
But, dude, oh my God. We are okay. So I got 2 fire stories too. I don't know if I told you about them. I like how we're pretending like we didn't talk about this.
Even though we just talked about this. I'm telling you, this is the final run through. Everyone's gonna be like, these guys were seamless.
We are selling it though. I'm telling you, we are selling
like, I've never heard this before.
So one time a buddy of mine, Jason, and I were out in this, he lived behind like this woods, but there was like an open plains, like a field, and it was right in the fall when everything's dried up. And so we were out there like lighting, both of our parents, everybody smoked something in our family. So we had these lighters, and we were out back lighting up like leaves and stuff. And all of a sudden something just caught, something was like, and it was like a big, like a 20-foot radius of fire. And we're so scared. And he took off running. And I'm like, I don't remember how I knew this, but I just took off my jacket and started whacking the fire, and it started putting it out. And he's like, whoa, whoa, whoa. So he came back and started doing it. And we both finally got it put out. But that was like when those kids find the dead body and Stand By Me or whatever. Like everybody's freaking out. What do we do? Well, that's what we were like. Oh my God, we're gonna set the whole, because we would have burnt down that whole woods. It would have went right to the woods, and that would have been horrible.
You took control. You're like, I'm gonna beat up this fire with this jacket.
Dude, if I didn't, people would have lost their homes and stuff. It would have been so bad. Wow. And then another time, I grew up in the 70s. You weren't born yet, but we had these pillows on our couch that were all like yarn. It was just like little like 1-inch yarn pieces coming off of it, like thousands of them, right? So I used to hide on the far side of our couch where nobody could see me, and I'd take my dad's lighter and I'd pluck a yarn and light it up, and it'd just go like a little wick. And I don't know why, but I've got off on watching that, but I would light them on our carpet.
Oh no.
I know it. And my dad caught me and beat the living crap out of me for that, dude. I was like, oh, we called that the Superman incident, because he was throwing me around the room. And dude,
oh no,
it was so bad. But I never lit yarn up again. Dude, we've had some scary situations, man.
Yeah, well, you and I don't do well with flammables. No. So I'm glad we've moved on.
Yeah.
So now you're making me excited to want to have a kid, because it sounds like they're going to do great things too. Just light things on fire.
Yeah. Plus you got Megan's DNA in that, and she's kind of an outgoing, I feel like she takes risks, in her own way. And then you got all these dogs, dude. They're going to be forcing that kid to do things.
I can't believe those dogs have never been sprayed by a skunk too, especially Harvey, because he's kind of not the smartest dog. Right. So I feel like he could definitely, I should put cologne on them now just so the skunk knows.
Speaking of your dogs, how big is
Minnie? Is huge. The Great Dane. She has to be over 100 pounds. We haven't officially weighed her, but she stands as tall as me now, and she's on her hind legs. Like, she can give you big hugs. Like, she'll get up on your shoulders. It's nuts.
Wow. Do you take all 3 of them to like dog parks or anything yet?
Yeah, we brought them all out, and they like run around the backyard all the time. But they're super social and fun. So.
Yeah. Well, yeah. But I wonder
But
what your two other dog, your Boston Terriers, think of like why is this one growing so much more than us? You
I,
know?
I think Harvey's genuinely confused because when she first came as a puppy, he was like, "Oh, this is awesome! I'm the alpha male." Like he was like
Right.
pushing her down, and I was like, "This is gonna last long." But they can still battle it out. It's pretty
Oh,
funny
cool.
because she's
Cool.
so. But
Dude, I love it. This was a fun cast, man.
yeah, we have our last segment that we're gonna do, the joke challenge.
Oh my God, yes.
We talked about it last week. People wrote in a bunch of ideas, so I'm going to draw two. I drew them yesterday, so I'm just going to pull them out again. But we have a bucket filled with ideas. This wasn't planned. These were officially drawn, I swear.
Okay.
And the words are turtles is the word, and philanthropic is the other. So we have two.
We're gonna do two. Okay.
Two. So we can either do a joke about turtles or philanthropy, or if you combine the two, you get bonus points.
Okay.
But yeah, we'll draw. So that's gonna be a challenge. So next week we'll have really cool.
So
Rob and I will both have really funny jokes.
Okay, it can be any kind of joke. It doesn't matter. We're just gonna doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or a story about turtle, whatever you want. We make the rules. So
we're more story guys, so I can see that happening. But yeah, okay, fun. Love it, dude.
Yeah.
That was cool. And I like that you took the time to draw them out and they both came out.
Well, we drew yesterday.
Oh,
put them back on the top. I didn't want. Now everyone's gonna think we cheated.
We didn't. And then you did find out the names of those people who submitted those two. We will.
Yeah, but
okay,
we'll look it up. Once we do the jokes, if they're good jokes, then we'll mention the people's names.
Yeah, if they don't work, if this is a horrible experiment, this will be cut out next week. Cool, man. So what do you got coming up this week?
Schedule wise, tonight I'm at the University of Eau Claire, and then tomorrow I fly to Provo, Utah to record my special, and I think that's sold out or almost sold out, the taping to the special.
Oh yeah,
and then yeah, next week I'm in Medford, Wisconsin at a theater. So those are my shows.
Those theater ones you're getting now, is that booked through that agent?
No, the Medford one was booked through a different person. Something Comedy Pro booked me through that.
Oh, okay. But, is that website? Is that what it is? You signed up on that website where you bid for gigs?
No, that's like Gig Masters. This is a guy. Right. His agency's called Comedy Pro.
I know. I'm trying to think who that is. That's not that guy from Michigan, is it?
Maybe. I don't know. This is the first thing I've ever done for him. No, his name's like Mike or something.
Yeah, dude, be careful. Make sure this guy pays you because.
This is all. My friends have done this show, the Medford Theater, before. So okay. We got 3 shows actually.
Comedy Pro, man. I just remember.
Yeah, there's another guy, Max Comedy. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. But this one's legit. It's fine.
Okay, good. Well,
and
then
where are you going to be, Rob?
In that case, please send me the email so I can do the theater too. I will be. Where will I be? Oh, I will be the same on the ship.
No way!
I have one more cruise on the Bermuda, the Norwegian breakaway, and we're going to be right back here in Bermuda. We're leaving here today in like a couple hours to head back to New York, and then the week after that, I'm back home and I'm playing a brand new club in just north of Tampa in Wesley Chapel, Florida. And it's the sister club Side Splitters. They have one in Tampa and now they got one, I don't know, maybe half hour north of the other one. So, and it's in a brand new complex called The Grove. And the comedy club is inside a movie theater.
Oh, neat. That's very cool.
Be fun. Yeah, I'm excited about that one. A bunch of people are coming to that one. So that's where I will be, buddy. So this was was smooth.
It was
right.
When we do it again tomorrow for the 3rd take, it is gonna really be good. So.
I was just gonna say, please say it recorded when I stop the recording.
Well, thank you so much for listening. This has been another episode of A Little TomFoolery. And please listen wherever you get your podcasts, Pandora, Spotify, we're on all podcast stuff. Also, if you're watching us on YouTube, please make sure to like, hit subscribe, hit the bell so you get notifications when a new episode is out, and share it with your friends like crazy. And if you really want to help us out, you could always become a Patreon member for as little as $1 and even more. And there's a lot of bonus stuff that you get. We would really appreciate that. So thank you so much for listening. This has been A Little Tomfoolery. I'm Tommy Ryman. That's Rob Little. Bye, fools. Bye-bye. Bye, Fool Nation. Yay.